Hi, everybody. Well, you might be noticing something a little bit different because we got a Windows Media Player on your screen. So here's what we did for today's or tonight's episode of Danganronpa. Since this is the class trial for the first Danganronpa game, this is the first case. So there's a lot of voice acting in this. It is not like Ace Attorney where everything is just dialogue and we just talk during the trial. No, they actually got voice actors to do all of the dialogue specifically for the class trials, because this is the moments in the game, or I should say games, because this is a trilogy, where they really go full front with the quality of the characters and how they really talk. So they really want to make this like a giant-ass movie. So, what I did was I recorded the class trial already through OBS, and it took about an hour to actually do the first case. So we're going to be hearing the entire trial, and during it, specifically Circus and Sylph have not seen this first trial. Mooney and I have, so Mooney and I already know who did it, but we are going to find out who did it.
I mean, I technically know who did it. I just...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sylph
anything.
technically knows, but Circus doesn't, so she is going into this completely vanilla. And we will explain how the whole class trial also works during this whole thing, because it's a lot different than Ace Attorney. So, let's get started.
Also, and Circus might not be aware about how the executions in this game actually work.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But right now, as you could see, I am adding some abilities, because, or skills as they say, because when I was talking to Kevin and his creepy ways, and I was talking to Valley Girl, what happened was we ended up getting more.
Oh my god.
We ended up getting skill points, and we also ended up getting abilities. These abilities will help us make the class trials easier, specifically if you're playing this on like a harder mode, because in this game you actually have an easy, a medium, and a hard mode. I'm playing this on easy just so that everybody gets a chance to see the class trial and like go smoothly and not have so many mistakes happen, because when it gets on hard mode, it is extremely hard. Just putting that out there. So I'm just right now putting in the 2 abilities that we were able to pick up.
Whoa. Elliot, what are you doing, my little kitty?
You didn't find anything else in your truth bullets?
I mean we got all the truth bullets anyway from the investigation, so this is all we have for in terms of skills.
Alright, I'll just...
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then, everyone close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hands.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates.
Okay,
But what about that other NPC?
Sorry, Nugget.
There were only 15 of us
Why
to
do you keep
begin
pausing,
with,
Joe?
so
I mean, we
why
can
are
always,
there
like,
16 seats?
over talk over this,
Oh,
you know?
no reason.
That
It's
was
just
a
that
slip
our
of the
little
tongue, slip of the
courtroom
tongue.
here can technically fit up to
Bruh.
16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
How about we just kill the mayor?
Well, no, because if we did that, we would all die.
Besides, look what happened to your character.
Yeah, you tried attacking it and you got killed. And now you're...
Hey, That's an example. Okay, that was an example, dumbass.
Alright, so let me explain what's gonna happen. So, all the things that we ended up doing during the investigation, we ended up getting truth bullets, which is almost like getting evidence in an Ace Attorney case. So, we have all this evidence, and now we are going to do what is the equivalent in Ace Attorney as a cross-examination. We're going to find contradictions in somebody's statement, and we're going to use the truth bullets to find the contradictions and point out the evidence. So,
I
just
am like getting 13 ghost flashbacks all of a sudden. How's this thing going?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's the spinning thing in the movie.
Holy what? We're
I
playing
assert
Russian
that
roulette.
the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Brad, thank you, Captain Obvious.
Thank you, son.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Captain Obvious, much.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
Great.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
I still want to punch him in the face.
Hey, you don't want to go for the obvious and just go for the stomach? That'll just knock him down completely.
I want to break his glass.
Jeez, Circus. It's like, you would think it's like the episode of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog where the guy was actually drawing comic books with Dr. Robotnik and made him look like Humpty Dumpty. Are you thinking about it like that?
No, I just want to punch him.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, it's wrong.
So at any point during the trial, there could be like multiple combinations that you have to make sure you find the right
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife.
Hey,
I'm almost
you know
positive
what's
it
kind of
was
fun
a
about
kitchen
the
knife.
text spin-off, you guys?
A kitchen knife?
When they just flash
After
fly
the
by
murder,
on the
we
screen?
discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that
Because
knife must be the
I
murder
used to go to this. I usually go to this website called
yeah.
Nico
I
Doga.
guess that makes sense.
It's
You
a
could
website
sort
in
of see the
Japan that lets
weapon
you watch
sticking
their
out of her
videos.
stomach. And if you
And
look
you
real
see like
close,
comment when
I
you
could
people make
totally
the
see that
comments,
being a
they
kitchen
go
knife.
flying across
Okay,
the screen.
so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Alright, so in terms of like how you can actually, because sometimes this thing goes so fast, so you can actually slow it down by pushing like the R button. So Like that there's certain points where you see like a contradiction and you're just like, huh, I really need to focus so that I can like so that I can hit this thing. Because this is also, like, besides getting the right truth bullet, you also have to aim properly. And if you miss it just by an inch, it makes you do the whole thing over again, which is like completely ridiculous. And sometimes the cursor doesn't want to react.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Isn't it kind of like,
But where does that get us?
it's almost like a game of like, it's like, I'm trying to remember. Is it like those, like when you're at a shooting range and you have to try to hit the target perfectly?
Yeah.
No!
It's like exactly like that. So I slowed it down so that I could hit it because... Yeah.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, so we're revisiting, like, that, Hina was in the kitchen just, like, drinking tea, and then she just happened to notice that, Sayaka was, like, rolling around, and then, like, oh, hey, one of the knives disappeared.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm
But I
not
want
the
to
killer.
poke him in the stomach.
Okay, so then, who did take the
Very
knife?
doughboy.
Hina seems the
Yeah.
obvious candidate. After all, she just
Oh yeah,
said
and I
she was
even
in
have
the
a
dining
Monokuma
hall.
plushie in my
No,
room.
no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what
Could
other
also be
possibilities was there?
transphobic in a sense.
Actually, there is one other
Bro.
possibility. Right, Hina?
Joey.
Yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first
Joe,
place?
you did some foreshadowing.
Well, because they're... Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Uh-oh, spoiler. That's gonna break Makoto's brain here.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
As if our brains aren't
And
already
thinking back
fried,
on
Joe.
it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So,
She just wants to see him die, apparently.
Us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most
You know, it's kind of fun. There was actually a beta VR for this game, actually. Isn't that kind of weird?
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Okay, this is the point in the trial called the Hangman's Gambit. So this is kind of like almost like a crossword puzzle type of deal, except it's not really a crossword puzzle. It's like almost Wheel of Fortune-esque, where certain letters are already displayed, and you have to try to find the letters to make up a particular word, the particular word that you're looking for. So it's like kind of like the solve the puzzle at the very end of Wheel of Fortune each episode, except you don't get cash prizes or you don't get luxury cars, and then your family doesn't come down and like hug you and say you're the greatest, and then you wreck the car like 6 months later because you were too busy at a wine bar having too many drinks.
That is oddly specific.
You're not like Randy Moore saying the N-word.
Oh, keep it out.
Oh, there you go. Simple enough. They gave us 3 letters, and I just filled in the A.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true!
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes,
no.
Sonic.
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
And now we're gonna prove what it was. So yeah, this is a point where this is all the evidence that we gathered, pretty much.
I got it!
This is the take that moment.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Bewildering act.
Bewildering. Okay, so this is kind of like the tutorial case about everything. So at this point in the game, this is the tutorial basically saying, yeah, for most of the already, we've been showing you just one contradiction, but now we're just going to put multiple fake contradictions. So you got to find out of all the contradictions we show you, you got to find the real one out of the fakes. Will the real contradiction please stand up is what I'm trying to say.
I repeat, well, the real
One like the other.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. They're combining Eminem and Sesame Street.
First time in history.
I'm thinking more of the JonTron version, really.
In Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
So that's a fake
She then fled
contradiction
into
right
the
there.
bathroom.
Then the killer ran
That
after
could
her,
be.
and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
That's also a fake contradiction.
Because Sayaka had...
That's the real one.
No, it's wrong!
Objection.
Yeah.
The reason my bathroom didn't
Oh
open
god,
wasn't
can you
because it
imagine
was
like the
locked.
background actually being like
After all,
the Ace Attorney's
the
courtroom
girls' rooms are
of
the only
Makoto
ones with
pointing out
locked
objection like
bathrooms,
things right against the one that's based
now
on like
that you
Miles
mention
Edgeworth.
it, that is true.
Then
still
why
waiting
didn't
for
your
the
bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
What are you talking
The
about?
Nintendo really
My
didn't even have a
bathroom door doesn't
collaboration.
fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
And that would be because they, well, Makoto will explain.
Yep.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And
don't
yet,
think that word means
he's
what you think it
absolutely right.
means.
Say what?
Well,
I
to
think
be
you
more
just been watching
specific,
too much fucking
what the
Princess
killer
Bride.
didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
There would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
Thank you,
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay. Oh, so we're getting the Takasonic and Byakuya's shadow. Who
I'm
is Silver
sorry,
in this
but I
case?
give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah,
Sonic.
our
You're
necks
gonna
are on the
kill us
line
all.
here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Neckbeard's offended because Teen Heartthrob objects to his logic. And yes, Makoto was considered a Teen Heartthrob back then.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they switched rooms. She was scared.
Elliot, stop.
And so, yeah. And they agreed
Okay,
pretty
Elliot.
much not to let anybody in, regardless, even if it's themselves.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
I found
okay?
a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Me,
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh, Celeste.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to It specifically says my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
No, pretty obvious.
Sayaka?
No, it was Kevin.
I got it!
Bro.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out.
Hi, Mark.
We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Oh, I mean, you could just look at it, right?
Yeah. I mean, come on, look at her wrist.
God! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist
that's
because...
on my head now.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so
So
the
they're
truth draws
fighting
ever
gold.
closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Makoto's not gonna like what happens next.
Of course.
Alright, so in this tutorial, this is basically for anyone who's playing hard mode and anyone who plays easier mode in the later trials. So there's going to be multiple truth bullets that are put inside the chamber. So what you've been seeing is like only one piece of evidence that the game gives to you to try to find the contradictions. Now it's going to give you multiple pieces of evidence, and you have to try to find not only the right piece of evidence, but the right contradiction. So you have to do a lot of logical groundwork in a matter of under 15 minutes. Because, I don't know if you've noticed, but unlike Ace Attorney, this game gives you a time limit. And if the time reaches 0, well, you lose. Good day, sir.
In other words, rest in piss, right?
Yes.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed
Has
the
anybody
sword,
tried to pop up the audience to the screen circuit?
and that's when the first blow was dealt.
It's still blank.
Sword-based.
Man.
No, it's wrong.
Don't worry, I'll keep looking back and forth.
It's okay.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the
You know
sword.
me, I usually say hi to them.
Why not?
Yeah,
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Okay.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Oh yeah.
If you were
Crazy
going to
diamond.
attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
hell, if Crazy Diamond was here after
It'd be heavy and bulky and
this
useless
cross
as
trial's
shit.
over, it would have
Okay,
fixed it
so
all up in a
how
heartbeat,
did the
right?
sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever
Dying
had the
defense
kitchen
of
knife
watching
the one
up
who
on kids
attacked
part 5
first.
JoJo.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Yeah, because if she held the sword, most likely
Her
she's
hands
gonna
are-
get all that gold on her hands.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at the palm?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she
I think
into the
the sword comes back again in another
but
another
I don't
game.
think so.
Foreshadowing.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Yeah, she's got some insecurities.
Yeah, I know.
She's starting to get on my nerves.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file,
She'll get insane
Sayaka's
later
time
on.
of death was around 1:30
Don't knock her
a.m.
off first try,
In
yo.
other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Oh!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that
Get
means
your asses in the
the
bed.
killer
Let's go, let's go, let's
is
go.
the one who used the sword. But hold on.
In fact, I just got out of the bathtub too. Or shower correctly.
I gotta take one tonight. I haven't done it.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But
And the
we
plot
already
thickens.
said that the
Brains broke.
attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Yep.
Took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it! Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yeah, so basically she just played with our emotions.
Yikes. And geez, Sylph. The clock ticking on yours. That was her character! It was their character, Joe.
I know, but you don't implicate the person doing the voice over...
I'm just the messenger.
To say, hey, decide who did it.
I'm making a joke.
But they're just
I'm making a joke.
No, wrong.
I know they wouldn't do that, but I just wanted to be a
There
smartass,
still might be
okay?
one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote
Dying!
something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, because who else would do that?
Ow! Little bitch!
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
Sorry,
That could only be
my
because
foot.
she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 11, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
My little brain cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Come on, it's so obvious.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Or
turn it upside down.
Flip it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Now we're gonna do the big reveal. Don't worry, the cases are never this obvious in later cases.
Here's my answer.
What?
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No,
come on.
It's not random at all.
Confess, motherfucker, confess.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was
I
leaning
love
up
that.
against it. In that position, she
Psycho
couldn't
was
move
like,
to write normally and had to write
take this
upside down, as it
motherfucker
were.
before he
And as a
dies.
result,
Get out
when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Yes,
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Now we're gonna go to the place where you want to put Kevin.
Yeah! Let's take Kevin!
Like turn on the incinerator and just like yeet.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killers stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
So how is he able to get the bloodied shirt all the way to the incinerator if the trash store was there? That's the question.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on my laundry.
Who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Oh, he's trying to pin this on Kevin.
Ooh.
This is a last-ditch effort to try to move away from the point.
the key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the
Don't fall for
incinerator
the
was
trap.
the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to use the incinerator in order to
I love how it goes in slow motion.
No,
The voice slows down too.
It's just like,
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
well, what's his ultimate ability?
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
So basically, Kevin's saying that he turned everything off, and he was surprised that everything was back on.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least
You're the only one who can
30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely.
Boy,
Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
He's the only one who could do it because of who he is.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
You have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball
well,
star.
popcorn the kettle black, Leon.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then.
Oh, he's breaking
Go ahead
guys.
and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Alright, so now we're in the closing arguments. Now we're gonna piece everything together like it's a manga. And you'll start to see the manga strips after this tutorial's over. But basically we have to piece together the story, because the manga, when you see it, there are certain panels that have been left out. So we have to put the missing panels together and create one full-fledged little short manga detailing exactly how the murderer killed the victim. We're going to go step by step in terms of the entire plan of events. So this may take a while, but yeah. And a closing argument would have about 30 minutes to try to complete this.
But the song, and of course, this song is an absolute banger, guys.
And you get some cool-ass music while you're putting together this manga.
You get the best music in all three games too.
Well,
just like
this
even though you
music's
give
not
me
the
like
same in all
5.
three games. It's actually different.
That's what I'm trying to say. I know it, and we're just sitting here and vibing while we solve the crime. Kick ass, take names, and vibe. And I'm just dancing to the music while I'm doing my fucking laundry.
Now, in the second and third games, they do make this a lot harder.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, because the sequels actually up the difficulty, even on the simplest mode, because they're respecting the fact that people have played the first game before, and especially when it came to the third game, the creators were like, yeah, most of the people that have played the first two games are fans, so we're really going to up the difficulty, because we have respect for the people who have played the game. We're going to actually make it more difficult.
So obviously, and they're saying is they're just going to up the ante.
Well, yes, because they're expecting everybody to play these games in chronological order. Because it would be kind of weird to play the second game before you play the first game, etc., because everything is in a linear timeline. And after we piece everything together, Makoto's going to give a monologue about the entire
Here's
thing.
exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
And the music in this one is also good too.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Damn!
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Alright, so this is considered to be the final blow moment. So think of DDR, but not really DDR.
Just like try to match the rhythm into it?
Yes, this is a rhythm game that we're going to be playing. We're just going to be trying to match the rhythm, and we're going to be trying to take down the killer's supposed words that pop up on the screen. So sentences are going to be coming straight at you, and you have to try to take them down. And every time you do so, you take down the killer's health. And once the killer's health goes all the way down, then you can present your final piece of evidence, and then boom. It completely shatters the killer's psyche. So we're basically doing a complete mindfuck using DDR technology.
I love that. I love that analogy. Mind fucking with DDR mechanics.
So hopefully you have fond memories of being in an arcade in 2003, because this is what it's gonna be like. Although I'm sure if this was in actual Japan, they would have like completely upgraded this whole thing.
Oh Jesus!
But in America, we just go with whatever was like whatever arcade cabinet that they could afford.
Oh Jesus! I'll have to check out my Aladdin's Castle then when I go next time.
Wait, was Blockbuster
When the
still around in
killer removed the screws
2003?
from the doorknob,
Yes.
they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
I was gonna say,
Instead, they
think
must have
they
used
also had the
something that
same
belonged
word.
to them.
You know, I'll say it after this.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
Are we arguing with a 5-year-old?
Yes, we're
That's
pretty much
what I'm
over the
wondering.
firewall now.
Who has a very stubborn attitude.
Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Now we're up in the ante.
Not a chance! It wasn't me!
Trying to do his inner Shaggy.
You lie!
Inner Shaggy, oh god damn it.
Shut up!
Hit me!
You kidding me?
Come on,
Not
let
a
Leon say
chance.
fuck.
And then it actually increases the tempo, so we gotta go faster.
You lie!
That's what she said.
Where's your proof?
You guys set me up for that.
This should prove it. The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit?
He's a Pokemon now.
If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
He's broken
And
now.
let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Oh, he misses Stu Pickles.
See, look. Oh god, he looks so horrified right now.
Rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yep. Time to get expelled.
And now it's the Screamer, Danganronpa edition.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That's the class trial.
In a nutshell?
In a nutshell. But what I'm now going to try to do is I'm going to try to get the audio going for the game, because now we're going to switch to the live feed.
Yay, live feed.
So then you can ultimately see the what do you call it? The
graduation?
Well, no, not the graduation, but the execution.
Or yeah.
What? Sorry, I had to do a quick BRB to rinse my brush.
Yeah, so basically now we're just voting, because what's going to happen now is the voting's going to happen, and
there's going to be a lot of blood.
We're going to vote for Leon, and then if we're right, then he gets executed, and we're going to have to watch it.
Yay.
Get your popcorn ready, you guys. We're going to be in for one hell of a ride.
Chester, I'm going to have to cover your face.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, this shit.
Hey,
And
he's
the fun
old in
thing
cat
about this
ears.
And the fun thing is, it's going to be hella ironic, because
Yeah.
these are going to be
Wait, no,
ironic.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to...
Resist the temptation to say anything else.
Pretty soon he'll be 42 in cat years, so I think he's ready. Yeah, he'd be 4. I think they go by 7. Or is it 10?
I don't know. How long do cats usually
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Okay.
Some cats live up to
21
21
years. First year is considered 15 human years, and then the second year add 9. After this, each additional human year is 4 cat years.
Chester, you're old.
Now we're going to start playing that SpongeBob song that Mr. Krabs wakes up to that one time, which, by the way,
Wait.
is a banned episode.
Why
Oh,
did
the
the stream
robot?
end?
Wait,
That's because he's switching out, y'all.
Beady bop. Oh, bop.
Yeah, because I'm switching over from the Windows Media Player to ultimately now going to the live feed, which I'm doing right now.
Now we go live to find out if everybody's voting for Leon.
Alright, we got kitten, we got junior, we got adult, we got mature, we got senior, and super senior.
What the fuck?
What? Super senior?
For cat ears.
Chester's an adult, so he's fine.
Oh, gotcha. Alright, I don't want to do Google Chrome.
Cash
I'm
is
trying to
10
hit the
right
other
now.
window so that all of you can see this.
Wait, he's 11, so
That's a senior. I think like when they get 20, they're super seniors.
15 is super senior.
So you're a senior.
So this boy's a senior.
mine's still
I
a
often.
junior.
All right, your stream side is up now, so you should be able to see this.
Okay, hang on. I'm getting the last mic folded up.
Alright, so I thankfully have the audio going for this as well, so unfortunately the three of you won't be able to hear it, but...
That's fine.
I could leave the YouTube channel.
Looks
right
like
now.
you've reached your verdict.
Then
Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your
Let's
selection.
fucking go, guys.
Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor,
I'm sorry, but
right?
the cat's making me sleepy.
Okay, then let's
See, you
get
can hear 'em.
excited! Who will be chosen as the second? Will you make the
he was
right
purring.
choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I heard them purr a little
What's
bit.
it gonna be?
My cat's
What's
just like
it
looking at
gonna
me,
be?
and I just have.
You're not allowed on my desk.
He doesn't want to see what happens next.
And the voting!
Did you notice that? Did you notice that how Monokuma is there almost looks like the logo for Monopoly?
I mean, I always wanted my own board game.
Alright, now we can do our dialogue.
Okay.
Uh-oh! Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, Yahoo! Was none other than Leon Kuwata.
That's the face of a man who's defeated.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how you dies.
Oh god, the Screamer. Somebody should actually do that. They should do the Screamer painting, but with just Leon.
Hey,
Or you do that. You also have to almost. I started thinking like, have that same frame. Have like the voice of Hank Hill screaming.
Whoa! Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why...
It was the bees.
I killed her first.
No.
None of you are any
No, not the
different!
bees.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
So it's happening so fast.
You expect me to just accept my death?
That's the rule.
I mean, y'all could have incapacitated her, like just knock her out and tie her hands back and be like, hey, guys, she attacked me with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to go stab after that.
Hey! Don't you start.
Look, if we were out in the real world, this would be self-defense, but since we're here, he's gotta die.
And it wouldn't even be self-defense because he just purposely went into the bathroom, like got a screwdriver, unhocked the doorknob, and then just went stab right to him.
Yeah, at any point he could have just left.
Yeah.
And woken everyone up and guys, pounded on everyone's door and be like, hey, this bitch tried to kill me.
Hey, there's a problem with that because... And there's a problem with that because the walls are soundproof.
Well, no, they're saying
George is outside.
Yeah, they're saying he could have just knocked on everybody's door and said, "Yo, wake up!" So I could try to kill my ass.
But then again, it's still after hours, therefore everyone has to in their dorms.
And Kevin would be like,
You just woke me up from my dream.
everything's become clear.
Dream, you've got
The
some
was
nerve.
right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we've been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine.
Now, we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. Why? I can't afford to be stuck in here.
The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka.
I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even though some things that weren't so pleasant.
Oh god.
And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said...
No matter what happens,
no
matter what happens,
be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
Boy, howdy! I tell you what. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? Ba-bum, ba-bum. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness.
What did you say?
Phew! I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse.
Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that, all of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But
that's enough.
You dumbass!
As angry as I was, Kyoko launched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
Make sure you're not gonna get killed now.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they did, you need to let it go for now.
Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Yes, indeed. Now
He just turned to Yoda.
Since you were so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her!
Yeah, that's it!
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment! It was self-defense!
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. And then you came all the way back and broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had a number of chances to stop what you were doing. But you chose not to. It's not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
So, that's why...
No! That's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand?
I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. Huh? Say what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable. Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice? Hey, Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly... Thrills, chills, kills! Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you! Please,
He's not right. He's
don't
right,
do
Tina.
this!
I've been waiting for this.
Hey, come on now. No
Let's
more
go.
begging. No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
It's hardly picking up your mic sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hardly picking up your mic sometimes if you're voicing.
Here we
better?
go.
We'll see when you read out your lines.
Oh, that's probably because you were hearing... That's because I'm hearing the voice acting that's going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not anything wrong with my mic. They're just actually voice acting in those particular lines.
Oh, okay. Good lord, this looks like something out of Saw.
Well, it's worse than Saw.
That's us.
Oh, shit.
Look at where we are, guys.
Nice.
Batting cage time. The 1,000 blows.
Oh, and fun fact about this, guys. That there was actually, they used sort of this one for the beta version of Distrust 2.
All the blood worst trauma.
Yep. And that Leon actually went under a different name, too. His name was Kazuo, I can't remember his name. But there is a video on YouTube that actually has the beta version of this execution. And that Leon and Sayaka were actually like the poster boy and girl for Distrust.
What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
I can't take it.
Should be right back.
Oh, okay.
I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy. Say what?
Well, you are.
Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to... That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame.
Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in the same place?
You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean? What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's something deep or really hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills! Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
If you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it?
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even until the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you.
She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message.
Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go.
So, instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you.
As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka?
Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition.
Damn it, Sayaka!
Hey, that's my line, even though I'm in the grave.
I'm sorry. Somebody's talking to me. I can't hear her. Who's speaking? It sounds like Sayaka. Oh well. Maybe it was just like a voice in the wind. All right. Well, that's chapter 1.
Should we go ahead and start 2 or what?
Well, we got a half an hour. Do you want to keep going?
It's up to y'all.
I'd have to get something to drink first. But yeah, if he could.
All right.
Well, it's whatever.
I'm just here for the ride.
Oh, we're getting right into the investigation aspect of this thing. Hold on. I want to make sure I have everything.
Oh.
Is this your old room or?
No, this is our room because here's the thing. After a murder, everything gets cleaned up instantly.
I wonder who's cleaning it.
So basically Crazy Diamond just came in and fixed everything.
It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. No need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted, smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health.
They're cleaning it up while they're in trial.
I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I had to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Moto?
I like how you're still keeping the... You're still keeping the nickname.
Yes, I am.
It's just it feels like it's a running gag here, you guys.
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back here. Sorry. So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room?
Well, staying there, with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death.
Moto.
Hey,
cheer up. Getting pressed isn't gonna help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
you got it!
So everyone, just try to cheer up and get back on track. I hate this character already.
Is that honestly supposed to make us feel better?
It's like saying, oh, say no to depression.
Yeah, the toxic positivity is in the air, right?
We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place.
Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
If we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, finding a common enemy. Like it or not, it's not that simple.
What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. Here's Kirby's foot. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So then...
What are we supposed to do?
Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
What?
No what?
I can't take it. I don't want to live if it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But...
So,
If we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? This isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem. She's right. If we heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist.
Wrong.
What would you know about that, Kevin?
Yeah.
Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind.
Ding dong, ding bong. It's wine time.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially
There's actually a clip on
nighttime.
YouTube that we could actually use for the nighttime and daytime if we need it.
We would have to, that could be the ending to, like, every stream. It's officially nighttime. Go and drink your wine, motherfuckers.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
Ooh, apple juice.
Oh, and one other thing. It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide.
Yeah, he's basically Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the reality show, not the George Orwell novel that everybody does not understand how that novel works.
Now pay attention and remember this
I mean,
well.
this is technically some Big Brother shit, only we're in a Hope's Peak Academy.
Yes, and there's no cash prize at the end.
Everybody dies.
The burden of judging others is a heavy one
no,
to
the only price you get
bear.
is depression.
So be well aware of your actions.
And trauma.
Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
I just imagine there's
Good
like
night.
500
Sleep
of these
tight.
things running
Don't
around
let the
fucking
bed
school,
bugs bite.
like in the walls.
Oh god, never think of the Kitchen Nightmares episode. What was that just now?
Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so, the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But
you bastard.
Now Leon's gonna be joining them in the Jerry Springer universe.
Woo!
There we go.
But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun.
We've only done. Like, oh my god, get your fucking foot off my pillow, you Leon.
Sorry, I needed somewhere to put my baseball bat.
Who the fuck drank my mineral water?
It was
I
fucking
am
Leon.
not playing.
Fucking
Leon?
Leon eats everything. Oh
Hey,
my god.
you attacked me.
And
Girl,
you chose
hey,
to break the bathroom to stabby.
Well, I mean, it was my
we
only
need,
chance to
like
get
a,
out.
We need like a bell. I think we need a bell alert. Like, you know, like the wrestling bell alert on soundboard.
I mean,
When this happens,
if it was the opposite, would you do the same thing? Would you break my bathroom door to stabby me if it were a different situation?
Oh my god, who fucking ate my chips? I'm gonna kill you again.
Oh my god, it sounds like we're in like a like a purgatory green room.
We are. Like,
everybody's getting their makeup done.
It's like, oh god. Me thinking of like sequences in Whose Line where it's the green screen where Cousin Suffrey is like acting as a newscaster and there's some hilarious shit happening in the background.
Simulator.
Yeah.
What?
Do any of you have Tabletop Simulator?
I do, actually.
No.
Oh, after this, I need you to check something on there.
Okay. I'll have to get my Steam up and running, but man, I'm gonna have to dust that off. I haven't touched it in years.
Statica, did you like steal my cell phone, you bitch?
Hey, I just took one photo, and put it back.
Yeah,
no,
and that
you
photo.
got your greasy hands all over it. I'm going to kick your ass.
That photo was me, by the way, breaking the green room mirror because everyone was hogging it. And I was like, if they don't get the mirror, nobody will. And I just threw a baseball right at it.
Stay out of this, Leon. Nobody asked you for your advice.
Stupid.
Oh my god.
I should have kicked
Pokemon.
I should have kicked you in the dick as soon as I had the chance, Leon.
Thank God he's not alive anymore. I mean, oh my god.
But we're all dead, so
Wait, why did you become a Valley Girl, Sayaka? Wait, is this the revenge of the Valley Girls?
No, I thought that you would.
Like, yeah, hello.
It's the best we could do now because it's fun.
Oh my god, please, I need more men in this purgatory, please. They're gonna torture me here.
Your wish gets granted, but it's Mr. Rules.
Hey everybody, it's me. Fuck.
Oh my god, where's Jerry? Come on, he died when we died. Come on. I need to see Mr. Springer now.
Jesus Christ.
We're having too much fun with this.
I smudged my cardboard. I know that doesn't make sense, but I've been multitasking here where I'm using the white gesso on some cardboard pieces, and one of them has a smudge on it. Oh, wait, I got a bunch of smudges. Shit.
Jerry, can I get my Jerry beans now? I like
why did I think you go outside? Because working on some sort of cardboard or something, and she got smudges all over it, just like you're talking about self.
You know, that stuff you put on canvas to prime it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using that on pieces of cardboard, and I smudged one of the pieces, so I'm gonna have to put on another coat.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh god, Leon's
It takes forever.
Yeah, Leon's gonna wake up tied up. He's like, wait, what's going on here? And it's just Junko and Saika about ready to paint his nails.
First, we gotta get rid of that disgusting beard.
Yes, they're gonna cut off his ponytail beard.
It looks like a rat's tail.
Oh my god, Leon, you so need a face makeover. Come over here, honey. Oh, I got this beautiful dress you can wear.
Oh my gosh.
Green
You're
would probably
dead,
look good,
who's
maybe.
You?
They put a mirror. It's like the Tim Burton's Joker. It's like the mirror. He looks at it. He starts laughing maniacally at what he sees.
Okay, we need to move on.
We're having too much fun with this.
I know.
We already got 10 minutes anyway, so we might as well just cut it off here.
Yeah.
I mean, since we technically just started chapter 2, so this is like a good time to end it.
Like,
and look at that, we have 67 coins to spend at the school store. So we can get plenty more items. Which, by the way, there are some specific special items that unlock certain cutscenes that you wouldn't otherwise find in the normal storyline. But the chances of you getting those items are very rare. So that's why you have to play this game multiple times in order to get all the items so you can see it. Spoiler alert, I will just tell you, those cutscenes are pretty provocative, I would say. There's a lot of fan service.
Oh, hello.
In all three games, there is technically fan service. Especially when it comes to the girls. So.
Oh, I thought Moto would be more.
Yeah. In these games, if you were attracted to like cisgender or transgender men, you're not getting any fan service from those guys.
Boo.
It's kind of weak.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't order from any of the menus, but still, like that's.
Yeah, it's and considering this game came out in 2011, I believe, or close to like the early 2010s, you would think, oh, maybe they would just have both menus on the thing, but no, technically they just have one. And considering Japan at the time is very adamant against only appealing to one side of the menu, yeah, that's because obviously this fan base is for mostly guys. But hey, there is only one guy on this entire
Get the fuck
stream.
off my desk. Sorry.
and some murderous felines. So.
Oh my god, Elliot, can you like calm down for like 5 minutes? Jesus.
Fucking jumping on my paint.
All right, guys. So next week we'll come back with Chapter 2. We're going to find out what the motive is for this upcoming trial. And then, yeah, we'll try to get some more backstory for some of these characters after we get some more items. And then Friday, we're going to play a game called Would You Rather. I found a 250 questions, and we'll go through those and have some fun with it.
This was my idea, guys, okay?
Yeah, it was definitely Circus's idea.
I thought the fans would like to know us a little bit better.
And then, hopefully, during the weekend, I could finish Pokemon Stadium. If not, then I'm just gonna be like, bleh. But it'll depend on the
Prepare
sports
yourself
games.
for the Elite Four.
It will depend on the sports games. My hockey team just lost tonight, and now I'm just waiting to see if my basketball team is gonna go to the semifinals. I might get the bad ending. They might both lose, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to go through the weekend with this shit. Anyway.
I got a
scenario.
The boxing karate. So there you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you all on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your hump day into Thursday and Friday, I guess. Okay. Until then, bye.
Everyone take care.
Bye.